Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Give me just a second while I take care of the camera. It's been a pain. There we go. I am just chilling out this evening, hence the chill-lo-fi. And I am going to be working on a couple of chapters tonight. So sorry in advance if any of you guys don't like spoilers. They will occur based on, I'll probably be discussing it quite a bit here in the chat, or at least in the stream. And for anybody who'd like to read up or at least skim on what we're going to cover, if you are not in the Discord, please feel free to join. The information for tonight's stream that we'll be working on is posted in the writing workshop channel. So please feel free to look over that when you get a moment. And I'm just getting settled here, so give me just a minute. I'm actually going to go to BRB while I put in some eye drops because my eyes are very tired. So I will be right back while I take care of that. Alright. And we're back. My eyeballs are a little bit happier. I wasn't spending a lot of time staring at a screen today, but just, it's good to be, to take care of your eyeballs. They do dry out after a while. Hey Mega, welcome in. I am just hanging out tonight. We're gonna do some chapter editing, and we're just gonna chill. It's super chill, super low key tonight. I'm again going to apologize in advance if you don't like spoilers. Don't go look at the writing workshop channel. Because there's spoilers in there for the next couple of chapters. So if you don't like spoilers, don't go look in there. And, what is this? And so I'm just getting settled here. And just gonna hang out tonight, mostly, more than anything. I'm gonna split screen again here in a second. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. So, I was actually having a really hard time editing the chapters that I read on Friday. As some of you might know if you've been reading them for a while outside of stream, A lot of these stories that I'm currently reading through and the ones that I started off with, a lot of them were actually written with a group of 4 or 5 other people while I was still in high school. So that may actually come through a little bit in the grammar and the way that stuff is written. So I am attempting to work on that and get things a little bit cleaner and just so that they read a little bit better. It's one thing to read the words on the page, but when I'm reading it aloud, I'm noticing that sometimes the grammar is a bit off. So that's something that I'm desperately working to fix. And I would love to have feedback from any of you who are interested in taking a peek. The chapters are in the Writing Workshop channel. So if you are okay with spoilers, please go feel free to take a peek. And I'm going to get started here in just a minute. Alright, I'm just getting stuff situated. Alright. So there are 3 or 4 questions over in the Writing Workshop channel. So I will read them to you guys for anybody who's not in the server. So the first that we'll be working on chapters 1 and 2 this evening for the next story in the Sith Duology arc, which is called Redemption. And the questions for this chapter, which are, they may end up becoming standard questions, but I may tweak them based on where we are in the story editing. So the questions are as follows. Is there anything that's unclear? Do you feel that there is something that needs more explanation? Mandoa words are translated in text, so if you're reading them, there are hover translations, but they're often not translated on stream. Do you feel that I should pause and translate them, or are they easy to understand in context? And then the final question is, do you feel that there is a better way to do scene transitions? And this is mainly relating to when I'm reading on stream. If you're reading the chapters yourself, there are scene breaks and location headings. So I try to make that as obvious as possible and as try to make it not jarring, but sometimes it just kind of happens. So some things to consider. So I'm going to pull up chapter 1 of Redemption. It's been I did some initial editing on this stuff before I posted it. But it's been a while since I did anything major. Also, please do let me know if you can hear the music or not. I do have some. It's not super loud, mainly because I'm trying to not blow my eardrums, because I do have headphones on. So that's mainly noise isolation for me, so that I'm not hearing everything else in the house. So, alright. So chapters are posted in the server, and I can post links here if you would like. So, let's see. Yeah, it kind of does, actually. It's actually really, really cool. I found it on Etsy, and I really, really like it, actually. It's a sci-fi library, and you can't see behind me because you'll see my chair, but and that's where my head is. But there is a round window. Yes, yeah, it's definitely a sci-fi library. And so behind me, that you can't see because my head's in the way, there's a round window, and then there's a desk behind that, you know, in front of the window. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, and it took me a while to find that. I'm not gonna lie. I did a bunch of digging on Etsy to find the things that I thought would really work for the, you know, the vibe that I was looking for, which is a really cozy kind of library, sci-fi-ish, because I'm reading Star Wars, so that's more appropriate than sci-fi. So it took a little bit of digging, but I definitely feel that it fits with the vibe that I'm going for, which is just cozy, quiet library, just chill, curl up with a blanket, grab a book, or in this case, a data pad, you know, and sit down and read. So I'm going to go ahead and paste the link for the first chapter for anybody that may not be in the server, in my server. So here's that first link. So that's the chapter that I'm going to be working on right now. And so I'm literally I'm just hanging out tonight. That's what these workshop streams are for. They're super chill time, and we can just work on stuff. And also, I'm not sure if I made this, you know, super clear, but the workshop streams are also intended for if you guys have things that you're working on and you would like feedback. That's completely fine too. I would definitely like to see the material before before it comes on stream, you know. But I'm perfectly fine with people wanting to get feedback on their work as well. I mean, that's why we're here. That's kind of part of the reason why I'm doing this and why I decided to turn my Sunday streams into workshop streams, so that not only can I get the benefit of feedback from my community, but you guys can as well. I know a lot of you are streamers, a lot of you are artists in various different forms, writers, musicians, artists that do drawings or emojis or things like that. So a lot of you have your own content material that you work on, and I would be more than happy to help you get some feedback on it. I mean, that's why I'm here. I don't want this to be completely the Meshla show. So, alright. So I have the chapter pulled up in editing mode. So I'm just going to start working through it a little bit. I will let you guys know that I use Grammarly to help me a bit with some of the grammar. It's definitely not foolproof, and I don't take all of the suggestions that it gives me, because sometimes I want the wording to stay for the impact, and sometimes I'll ignore the suggestions it gives me, but it's definitely helpful, because it does, at least for me, it does help me with some syntax a little bit, some grammar and some syntax. So that is useful, and that's honestly the main reason that I use it. But it's a tool for me. I don't use, I don't sit there and I don't use AI to like write for me. And I use it as a tool to help me kind of polish what I have. So, especially considering how old some of this material is. You can definitely, if you read some of these earlier stories, and if you've been here a while, you can probably tell that that the grammar and the syntax is a bit rough, I guess I would say. compared to some of the later stuff. So please feel free to ask questions. The questions that I posted in the server are really just there as a guide. There's some general questions that you can use. You can also ask questions in the chat. Even if they're not those 4 questions, please feel free to ask your own. And let me know if something is not clear. That's I mean, I have a lot of this stuff in my head, but for those of you who are coming at these stories brand new, you may not have the background context that I do. I'm sure a lot of you don't actually. So please feel free to let me know if something isn't clear, or if you'd like maybe a little bit more explanation within the context of the story or the scene. I do try to do as much of that as I can. So, but otherwise, you can feel free to hang out and chill. That's what I'm here for. And enjoy the music, grab a blanket, and just have a good evening. And I see all kinds of people lurking. I see Dorazin and Miss Lucy and Nar. Good to see you, sir. And Obi-Wan Jacoby and Sigma. Good to see all of you here. And Mega was here too. I think she's still here kicking around somewhere. So, then we had a couple of other people that were here right as the stream was starting. They might still be here, but they're probably on lurk, which is completely fine. I try not to call people out of lurk unnecessarily. So for those of you who are here and are on lurk, know that I appreciate you. And for those of you who are just here and chilling, also totally fine. Alright. Okay. So I am currently working through the start of chapter 1. The link is posted right in the chat for you, and I'm sorry if I keep bumping my glass. I have a metal straw, so it makes a bunch of noise. So I'm just chilling out. Okay. Oh man, some of this stuff. Yeah, this is interesting, trying to, going back and rereading this, because I'm not sure exactly when this was written, but it was definitely probably around the time I was in high school. So yeah, about 20 years ago. And I've been writing Star Wars fanfic for almost 24 years. It's been a long time. It's been quite a long time. So it's been really interesting to kind of see the evolution, especially now that I'm mostly writing it solo. Give me just a second. yes, I am here. Alright. Yeah, so I'm just in the first scene in chapter 1. So oh boy. And I am doing my best to actually read chat. it's a little bit easier with the workshop streams than it is when I'm actually reading. When I'm reading, I'm very focused. I'm actually going to switch to this one over here. There we go. And for those of you who haven't seen my focus cat, there we go. That's my focus cat. Yeah. Okay. Keep in mind that this is completely fan. I mean, this is completely fan fiction. So there's a lot of things in here that you may be unfamiliar with because yes, it's Star Wars, and yes, that's the basis. But there's a lot of things that the original group pulled in. You might notice the mobile suits, aka Gundam. That's the thing. And there's some other stuff that's kind of specific to some of these characters. So do please let me know if you have any questions. I would love to have it up here on the screen, but unfortunately I'm not sure if my stream and stuff could handle that. I try to have as little as possible on the stream itself because, actually on the screen, because it my internet is a bit what's the word, weak. That's why I can't stream any gameplay. I just don't have the upload speed to support it, unfortunately. So I try to keep my the things on my screen and the things that are moving on my screen to an absolute minimum, so that my internet connection and my stream don't really take a hit. So I was on my feet a lot today, so my feet are definitely letting me know that. So I am just trying to take it easy tonight. And we're in an ad, actually. So, yeah. Please bear with us with the ads. And we'll be right back as soon as the ad is over. It'll give me a chance to get some water, stretch a little bit, and I'll be right back. Well, we'll be right back once the ad is over. We'll be right back in about 20 seconds. And we're back. Alright. But yes, please feel free to ask questions or just chat. I'm totally fine with either. I do appreciate all of you being here and keeping me company while I work on these. Espresso, welcome in. Good to see you, ma'am. We're just hanging out, and I'm working on chapters, and I will post the, actually, you might, I don't know if you can see the chat history, but, yes, I am tired, but I'm good. I had a very long day. There's the link, spoilers, by the way. So that's the chapter I'm working through editing right now. So there are spoilers for for Wednesday's stream. So if you don't want spoilers, don't click. But would love some feedback if you are so inclined. So that's currently what I'm working on. Oh, don't remind me. Oh my goodness. Yes, I am trying not to think about the fact that tomorrow is Monday. I had a really crazy Sunday. Actually, my entire weekend has been a little insane, but in a good way. So I'm tired. I know. I'm tired, but I'm not, like, utterly exhausted, so I suppose that's a good thing. So I'm doing my regularly scheduled Sunday stream. Yes. Yes, definitely. There have been times when I've done so much that my body is just like, nope, I'm tapping out. but I am not quite to the tapping out point just yet. So, that's progress. Yes, indeed. I hope everybody is having a good evening and that you had a good weekend. I know. My Sunday streams are not really random, but it's like every... My Sunday streams are like every other Sunday, in case, unless something comes up where I don't stream, which is the case that happened on the 5th. I was camping, so by the time I got home, I was pretty dead, and I was like, no. I had actually decided before I went away for the weekend that I was going to stream on the 5th. But yes. Oh, definitely. For sure. Always. Real life always beats anything virtual, but I actually find streaming to be relaxing for me, especially when I'm in the creative space, which is what I'm doing right now. I actually find it to be really soothing, and so I hope that it has the same effect for everybody that's here. Yes. So I am just hanging out and being creativeness and working through my chapters. So this chapter that I'm actually working on is one of 2 for what I'm going to read on Wednesday, so I'm trying to do some preemptive cleanup. Also, yes, I have timed messages. Thank you, Frosty Tools. I love Frosty Tools so much. Yeah. Oh, that's mainly there because yeah. I actually have that pop up like every 30 minutes or something because I have had people ask me more than once to read somebody else's material on my stream, and that's just a can of worms that I don't want to deal with. So I just don't. The only stuff that I'm going to be reading on my stream is my own. So I would prefer not to deal with that can of worms. So I tried to I let Frosty Tools make it more flowery. I know, right? There's a really long disclaimer done in my about panel. So Frosty Tools made it nicer. Made it fancy. I will take that. I think the setting that I'm using for my frosty tools is like film noir or something. Actually, I would have to go look. But I like it. It's kind of gritty and you know I really like the vibe that it gives. Yeah, yeah, literally, it's hilarious, but I love it. Cause I tried like the sci-fi one and I was like, no, that doesn't really work. So, cause I tried a couple of them, cause they have different settings on like how to word things, and so I tried that. I tried two or three different ones with that, and just didn't really like the straight sci-fi one. It was kind of funky. Okay. Yeah, it Frosty to okay. So film noir is like yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I played around with it a little bit and I decided that I liked the film noir setting because it kind of had that gritty feel that I like. Um, it just made more sense. So okay, I'm actually going to yeah, I'm using Grammarly over here to help with wording, but I just rejected one of its suggestions because I was like, no, I actually want it to say that. So, hold on. Oh, goodness. Yeah, all the time. It's not. It's not foolproof, but it is definitely help in my particular instance. Mm, oops. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So like I said, there are some times it gives me a suggestion, and I'm just like, no, I don't think so. Thanks, but no, I'm good. I actually want it to say that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like there when I have characters talking, there's actually a lot of like slang terms, both real world slang and like in universe slang. So a lot of times I will yes, a lot of times I will just skip that when it tries to like correct it to proper English. Just like no, I wanted to say that because that's how people talk. You know, you want to you want the characters to be relatable, and if they're always talking like with proper English, and it's just it gets boring after a while. So okay, um, but one of the questions that I have actually is kind of important to me, especially with the stories now. So I don't know if you've had a chance to be in Sigma. Welcome back. Oh, well, yes, if you need to go to bed, don't let me keep you. But thank you for stopping by. Yes. Oh my god. Autocorrect. Yeah, don't even get me started. Yeah. Autocorrect is crazy. So I have one of the questions that I actually am really curious about is I have yes, is that I have a lot of Mandoa words that I use in I think it actually really started in like one or two stories ago. They are translated in the chapter text, but I'm curious if people have been able to understand them in context, or if people would like me to actually pause and translate them for the reader as I'm reading. Sometimes I do, and I'm curious to see if it, if it's helpful or if it breaks up the flow of the reading. Just really wanting some feedback on that, because honestly I'm not sure how that would work. Yeah, it really does. It really does. Yeah. I definitely feel like it does. Yeah. So that's actually why I have the translate command. Like, I literally do, I do have a translate command. And like, if you do like if I use a word that you guys don't understand in context, please feel free to use that. That's why it's there. And it'll let me know that there's something that you don't understand. I try very hard to keep things like in context when the characters are speaking that way, so that hopefully with how they're speaking you can kind of figure out what it means. But it doesn't always work. So that's why that command exists, actually. So it would be really interesting if somebody actually used it. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to get sounds associated with commands yet, but that's a really good idea. I'm still learning some of the finer details of how to use Twitch. So, but that is definitely something on my list, because it would certainly help get my attention with something like that. Especially with that command in particular. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so I could have like a. Okay. Okay. So I'll have to think about that. That's a really great suggestion, honestly. Having a sound associated with the word so that people will know that yeah. That's actually a really great suggestion. Trying to find something to write that down on. um, Actually, if one of you could go drop that in the stream feedback channel in the server, that would be great. That's why it's there, to be honest. Because that is a really great suggestion, and I think that it's actually something that I could make happen even with my internet limitations. I think that having a sound play, just something I can do manually, maybe. I think setting that up would be a great idea. So if one of you could put that in my stream feedback channel, that would be wonderful. That is an amazing suggestion. I've been trying to think of ways that I can do that. Wicked Queen, welcome in. It's so good to see you. Wicked Queen is a friend of mine and a fellow streamer. She's a variety streamer and plays various different games. So it's great to see you in chat. Welcome in. And welcome to my cozy writing workshop stream. That's what I'm doing tonight. Super chill. Mostly working on stuff, hanging out, and just chatting, honestly. So, getting some work done and chilling. So, okay. It's great to see you here this evening. Thank you very much for stopping by. And please feel free to pull up a chair and grab a blanket and just hang out. Either one of you can. I would greatly appreciate it if you do. Because that is a great suggestion. Hey, lurking is completely fine and acceptable. A lot of people do that. That's actually kind of how my streams are set up. That's kind of how I try to just be there and be something that people can listen to while they're working or while they're going about doing adult things, you know, chores, laundry, whatever. Something that they can kind of keep in the background. That's kind of what I was working on. So yeah. Okay. Well, I'm about halfway through chapter 1. So Wicked, since this is your first time in the stream and especially the workshop streams, these are literally a workshop. I've actually posted the link to the chapter I'm working through in the chat a couple of times, and if you're able to and feel inclined to do so, I would love some feedback if you have a chance to do so. If not, if you just want to hang out, that's completely fine and cool. Both are appreciated and very welcome. Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah, right now I'm working on freezing, so it's just, it's killing me. I feel like I'm in English class all over again. Oh man. But I appreciate each and every one of you who is here, whether you're engaged in chat or lurking. Both welcome. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you. That. Yes. Oh, I know, right? Totally feel like I'm in English class all over again. Oh man. But it's good. And that's actually one of the reasons why I started the workshop streams, because I wanted to give other people the opportunity to give some feedback. Or if they had something that they wanted to bring in and get some feedback on, that's completely fine too. It's kind of a two-way street with this stream setup, with this stream format. So it's something that I'm wanting to open up for other people too, if they really want to get some feedback. So I'm actually gonna. And my music is a little bit different for the workshop streams. We have some chill hop going on. Oh, yes. So I am currently working through editing on this chapter, which I will link again in the chat. I will warn you, spoilers for Wednesday. So, spoilers for Wednesday. But if you are able to review that, and if you'd like to give some feedback, I would welcome it. If you're not up to that, because I know that you said that you're working, that's fine too. If you just want to lurk, completely okay. So, thank you. You saw me slouching, didn't you, Nar? Yes, indeed. That's why the redeems are there. Thank you very much. So I did hydrate. I'm actually going to do a little bit more of a posture check. Also, you have caps lock on, sir. That's okay. I completely understand. I should be live for another hour. So I don't know if you're going to be home by then. But I should be live for another hour. And if you want also, you can also leave some feedback either in a DM or in the Discord if you're so inclined. No pressure, either way. So. Be nice, Nar. Oh, Nar has that fancy first badge? Sir. One of my first subscribers. Yes, not too many of those kicking around. I think I only had like 10 of them? I don't know. I honestly don't know how many of them you get as an affiliate, but it's not a lot. It's, oh, And we're in an ad. Sorry. Ad boss. But yeah, not too many of those. I'm going to get rid of that one. Okay. Should be back in 47 seconds. 43, actually. Okay. Alright. But that gave me a chance to get a little bit of extra water and stretch a little bit more. I do actually have the points redeems. I have them as a panel actually in my OBS so that I can see when they get redeemed. They'll pop up in chat too, but I have a thing that'll give me a list. So that's also helpful for me so that I see them. And we are back. Alright. Oh man. This grammar is killing me, man. Oh, high school English grammar. Oh man. Oh, but making progress. Making progress. Kind of like that wording better. Okay. Yes. Yes, indeed. But yes, Nar was redeeming a couple of my commands. I don't have any crazy ones, because I feel that they would actually be disruptive for when I'm reading. So I just have some self-care ones. Stretch, hydrate, posture check. There's a meds one if I have a mod in the house. Do I? I do have a mod in the house. But don't trigger that yet. It's too early. I'd be falling asleep on stream if I did that. So. Hey, at least you remembered something about her, I suppose. But yes, so I have a lot of different cute little commands, and they're in my about panel. And also there's some cool ones. There's a hey espresso, do a lurk, just for fun. See what it says. I don't remember what it says now because I changed it. I'm letting Frosty Tools run it. Right? I don't know. I would probably have to do an unlurk command, but I don't have one yet. So I will probably have to make one. I'm letting Frosty Tools run a bunch of those kinds of things now, and then I do Stream Elements for most of the other stuff. But Frosty Tools does my shoutouts and my lurk, and I think my raid commands, maybe a couple of other ones. So yeah, it definitely fits with the vibe that I'm going for. So I'm just missing that one. No. Ugh. It's yelling at me for unclear grammar. And I'm ignoring it. Oh, there's some yeah. I know. My English teachers would be so mad at me right now. Oh man. But I don't care. Like, it's there's proper grammar and proper English, and then there's story flow. Okay? Um and I want to make sure that it flows well, but also is true to how, like, the character's personality, whoever is talking at the time. So yeah, I've not all of these characters are mine. Like I said, when I originally started, actually, you may not have been here when I mentioned that. I was mentioning earlier in the stream that when I first started writing back in 2000, I was actually writing with a group of 4 or 5 other people, and so it's a lot of these characters that we're dealing with right now are actually theirs. Unfortunately, I'm the only one of the group that's still actively writing, so mostly focusing on my own characters and bringing theirs in when necessary for stuff. But yeah, it's been. Yes. Yeah. Jinx. Indeed. Yeah, it's proper grammar is it's a beast. I don't always have proper grammar either. I know I don't. My problem tends to be being concise. My boss is always giving me low key grief about my emails being too wordy. So I guess but it's yeah, yeah. As far as creative writing for me, I try to write in such a way that the reader can picture what's going on in their head without it being totally spelled out for them. So that's something that I've been really working on. So it's and that can be a challenge writing in such a way that the people can visualize it. It's definitely something that I wasn't, it's something I had to develop, and it's definitely a developed skill. So stop with the. It keeps trying to stick words in there I don't want. Mm. Jeez. Wording on this is a bit crazy. Oh yeah, that's also very true. That's also very true. Not everybody has the ability to do that. Um, but I do try to write in a way that people can kind of visualize what's going on. I know, even though I know a lot of people can't do that. So it's something that I something that I work on. So yeah, but that's a good point actually. Thank you for mentioning that. Welcome in, Miss Lula. Welcome in. Your name color is dark, so I had to actually hover over it to see who you are. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight. For those of you who just came in, my name is Meshla. I am a writer of. That works too. I am a writer of Star Wars fanfiction. and I read my fanfictions on stream. And thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciate that. Very much appreciate that. And my name is Meshla, and I write Star Wars fanfiction. I've actually been doing it for about 23 years now. And I recently started streaming, and I'm sharing all of the stories with everybody. So, hope you enjoy. Tonight what I'm doing is I'm kind of in a workshop space, and I am just working on a chapter that I'm actually going to be reading this week, and just kind of working through it, getting some feedback, and just hanging out. That's what I do. I stream every Wednesday, 7 to 9 Eastern, and I will read. And I stream every other Sunday for workshops, where it's a little bit more relaxed, and we're just hanging out and workshopping and getting some feedback on whatever I happen to be working on. So, I don't know how you feel about spoilers, but there are spoilers in here because I'm working on the chapters that I'm going to read on Wednesday. So, yes. But definitely welcome in. I hope you enjoy the stream and the vibes. If you would like to browse and see what I'm working on, I'm actually almost done with the chapter, but if you'd like to browse and see what I'm working on, the chapter that I'm currently working through is right here. And I don't know if I'll get to the second chapter tonight. I may not. It's already 8:30, so we'll see how far I get. But I am taking it slow, doing some housekeeping in the chapter, as it were. Cleaning it up a little bit before I read it on stream on Wednesday. So. And also, if you have anything that you work on, if you happen to come by and visit us again on a Sunday that I am streaming, I do also open it up for anybody else who is who writes or produces music or something of that nature. If you would like to get feedback, please feel free to share it with me, and I will gladly help you get some feedback as well if you're interested. So, offer is there. Oh my goodness. Sometimes Grammarly, I'm just like, why? Okay. Yeah. Yes, definitely Star Wars. All the time. If the little focus cat with the Mando helmet didn't give it away, I don't know what will. So I'm just working through the rest of this chapter. I hope work is going well for you, Wicked. Thanks for lurking with us. Yes. sorry. I forgot where my glass with the metal straw was. Apparently right in front of my hand. But the nice thing about the writing workshop streams is I can engage a little bit, actually quite a lot more with chat than I do when I'm actually reading. When I'm actually reading on stream on Wednesdays, I tend to be really focused, so it can be difficult for me to actually pay attention to chat. So that's one of the reasons I actually like the workshop time, because it gives me a chance to interact a little bit more with chat. So it's something that I'm working on when I'm doing my reading streams, but it can be really challenging. So. Yeah. Grammarly, why are you doing this to me? No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, chapter 1 is all set. Alright. So it's 8:30, so I'm going to actually work on a little bit of chapter 2. Let's see. Next chapter. There we go. Oops. Yeah. Welcome to Frosty Tools and Film Noir. It's a thing. I actually really like it. Yes. Very appropriate. I approve. I approve of that emote. That's actually really cute. I love it. I have a lot of Star Wars ones, but let's see. This is me right now. It's a little focused kitty cat with a Manda helmet. So, I don't have many emotes yet, but I'm working on it. Good night, Sigma. Have a good evening and get some good sleep. Hey, it's still a cool emote even if it isn't yours. I love it, Wicked. It's really cute. I was actually thinking about trying my hand at making some emotes, but I have to have the time to actually do that, which lately I have not. There's been a lot going on, so maybe when things settle, I will try and make some. But right now, there's a lot going on for me, so fortunately not gonna happen at the moment. I will definitely do that. If you don't already, and you would like to be in my Discord, here is, if I could type today, good grief. Ah, emotes, yay! Those are adorable. I love those. Those are really cute. I love those. Yes. We don't have too many over here on my channel, but we have a few. We're getting there. We have a few. Yeah. Grammarly, what are you doing? Oh my word. This Grammarly is not infallible. No, I don't want you to do that. Okay. Yeah. And we're at an ad break. So sorry. Oh man. Yellow pages. Oh, those are still a thing, but not quite so much these days. Everybody has a cell phone, pretty much. Speaking of Galactic Yellow Pages, there is literally a line in this scene that's talking about the Galactic Yellow Pages. Not joking. Oh, you saw that too. I'm literally reading that right now. I'm dying. Oh man. Oh, I'm dying. Okay. You're welcome. Oh man. Oh. Oh dear. Yes, I should probably fix that because we are not the Galactic Yellow Pages. Galactic Color Directory? I like that. I like that. Yes. Yes. Yeah, there are, like I was saying earlier, these were written when I was in high school, and I think that most of the people in the writers group at the time were in roughly the same point. So, grammar is a bit, yeah. Thanks for that catch, Lucy. I saw that like right as you mentioned it, and I was like, oh no, that's still in there. Oh, I was internally cringing. I have hydrated Nar. But thank you. It is much appreciated. Alright. But yes, that was a much appreciated edit because Galactic Yellow Pages just doesn't sound right. You know, it doesn't really work in context. So yes, that is very much appreciated. Well, yeah, but not in physical form. Star Wars is all HoloNet and, you know, HoloNet this, HoloNet that, so that edit actually made sense. Yeah. What the? There we go. Alrighty. Oh my gosh. So true. Oh, yeah. True words were never spoken. That is so very true. You're not wrong. Trust me, you're not. You are not wrong. That's just insanity. Alrighty. I probably won't get through all of the editing because it's almost 9, but I'm at least, I don't know, a fifth of the way there. So it's reading a little bit smoother. great night. Thank you for stopping by, my dear. I appreciate you. I should probably wind down at least for this evening. Alrighty. Okay. Thank you for stopping by, Espresso. I'm actually gonna probably head to bed not too long after I end stream. It's been a really busy day for me, and my body is telling me I need to take a rest. So I will probably not be far behind you. Have a good night, Espresso. Thank you for coming in. I'm not going to bed just yet, but almost. I will probably not be live, but I appreciate that. I'm actually going to be ending stream in probably less than 10 minutes. It's a work night for me, so I want to get to bed at a reasonable hour. So I'll be probably closing it down here in the next 8 or 10 minutes. But I appreciate you stopping by, as well as Mighty. Please tell her thank you if you see her. And I really appreciate you and everybody else who's been here this evening. It's been really, really chill and relaxing. So please drive safe on your way home. Take care of yourself. And hopefully we'll see you next time. Oh, sure, most definitely. I will do that as soon as I get off stream. I will definitely do that. Yes, most definitely. Much appreciated. Definitely tell him thank you. Okay. 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 Let's see if... Well, I was going to read out this evening, but I may not. I may just call it as soon as it hits 9. But I appreciate each and every one of you who has been here this evening. And I appreciate engaging in chat if you were able to do so. And if you were lurking, I appreciate that too. I hope that you found it relaxing and a great way to spend your Sunday evening. And I hope that you have a good week. And I hope this was helpful for helping you unwind and get ready for your week. Take care and have a good evening. I'm going to go ahead and end stream here. And I hope that you have a great night. And if you are able to, I am streaming again on Wednesday. Same time slot. So hopefully we'll see you then. Have a great night. Thank you. Thank you, Lucy. Have a great evening. Take care.